beautiful family, welcome back to my channel. I hope your Sunday is going amazing. It's a new week, a fresh start, and today I wanted to talk about finding rest and peace when your soul is heavy, or I guess just seasons of unhappiness. And the best way I would describe it is what it feels like is just a heavy, uncomfortable, like unsatisfying feeling. And you know, it's 2019, we're trying to have less of those days, and if we do, we'll know how to handle them. It's actually cool because I was planning on talking about this today in this video, and my church kind of talked about something similar, so I was like, okay God, guess that's what we're talking about today. We love it. And if you're new, hi! I'm so glad to see you. Great to meet you. We do fun videos every Sunday and Wednesday, and today is a little devotional video, so I hope you stick around. And here we go. So there's so many things in our life and around us that can cause us to have these heavy feelings, depression, anxiety, losing a loved one, maybe breaking up with a girlfriend or boyfriend, maybe losing a friendship. At least for me, I think the biggest source is finding happiness in things that are temporary. And so today we're gonna mainly talk about finding happiness and lifting a heavy heart with God, with prayer, with these verses that we're gonna talk about today. To cry it out, bring it to God, tell Him exactly how you feel, because honestly, that's what's gonna first and foremost help, is telling Him. The biggest mistake I ever made last year, and just a lot of times throughout my life, is thinking that my prayer needed to be rehearsed. And I've talked about this before, that it needed to be rehearsed and that I couldn't bring my emotions and how I was actually feeling to God. But honestly, that helps so much. And also writing things down, writing how you're feeling down. And the coolest thing about that is looking back to the past months and seeing how that has changed and how God has answered your prayers. Also telling God if you're struggling to come to Him. I know when you have this heavy feeling, this sadness, you often don't want to turn to anyone or do anything. I know I kind of get into like this lazy mode, and I will stop reading the Bible, I will stop reading any books, I'll stop writing, sometimes even stop praying. And I think that is what can cause us to forever feel this terrible feeling that we all know how it feels. So don't be afraid to ask for guidance and ask Him to help you come to Him. Be willing to go to God as you are, because He will meet you there. And I know the times when my mind and heart are the unhealthiest is when my mind is not fixed on God, when my thoughts are not fixed on God, when they're either fixed on me or like different people, different scenarios, my future, worrying about what I have to do next week and different things like that. And if you keep God as your center and what you are constantly thinking about and constantly knowing His promises and His thoughts about you, when you do think about things of this world and things do come up in your schedule or whatever, you are going to be a lot more level-headed, and your happiness is already going to be rooted in the one who created you, the one that loves you endlessly, that no matter what happens, you're still gonna have your happiness. A great verse to remember and constantly even read through when you're going through this season is Psalms 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. It doesn't say anywhere in the Bible that you have to come to God strong, happy, and already put together. He comes to you when you are broken down and have nothing left and no strength. He's the one that is going to lift you up and help you through this time. This year, I want you to know that. You don't have to go into 2019 strong and already the best person you can be. Just know that God's walking with you on this journey to become the greatest version of yourself, and that it does take time, and you are going to go through these seasons where your soul is heavy and where you're genuinely not happy, but that does not last forever. And God is with you, and He comes to you to put your pieces back together. I saw this great quote on Pinterest, can't remember who said it, but it was saying God never once says, "This is the last time I'm going to put you back together." He is there to pick up every single last piece and build you back up. I think another huge takeaway is trust. if you want to find peace, if you want to find that true, genuine happiness, you need to be able to trust. You need to be able to trust God through all of these hiccups, all of these bumps, all of these seasons we don't want to go through, and trust that He has a bigger plan for you, something greater than you can even imagine. And to help you get through this time right now is to be happy and find your happiness in God. It's important to know that you can't trust someone that you don't have a relationship with. So if you want to be able to trust God and give God everything and to find this true, genuine happiness, then you need to start a relationship with God. He's already waiting. He's waiting for you to start this relationship with Him, because honestly, He already has both feet in. I think going into this week, a beautiful psalm that would be great for you guys to read through would be Psalms 139, and I'll read it right now, 1 through 12. And it's just really neat to know how important you are to God, that He knows these things about you. And I just invite you this week that if you haven't yet started a relationship with God and you are feeling this season of a heavy soul and you just want to be happy this year, to turn to God and see what happens. Find out and learn about Him. Find out what He thinks about you. Find out how much you are loved, and find your happiness and root your happiness in this. And so Psalms 139. O Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me. You know when I sit down or stand up. You know my thoughts even when I'm far away. You see me when I travel and when I rest at home. You know everything I do. You know what I'm going to say even before I say it, Lord. You go before me and follow me. You place your hand of blessing on my head. Such blessing is too wonderful for me, too great for me to understand. I can never escape from your spirit. I can never get away from your presence. If I go up to heaven, you are there. If I go down to the grave, you are there. If I ride the wings of the morning, if I dwell by the farthest oceans, even there your hand will guide me, and your strength will support me. I could ask the darkness to hide me, and the light around me to become night. But even in darkness I cannot hide from you. To you the night shines as bright as day. Darkness and light are the same to you. Yeah, so I hope some of you guys can reflect on this week, and I hope you do find happiness this year, because it is rough to go through this season where your soul feels heavy, because honestly, I'm like getting emotional because I know exactly what it feels, and so many of you do too. And once you finally get rid of that weight and you find happiness that can be unshaken by things of this world, it is the best feeling ever. I hope you guys can find that this week and really begin your journey and relationship with God, finding that happiness. And the verses I talked about today will be down below, and thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have anything you want to tell me, you can leave a comment down below. If you have any prayer requests. But yeah, I will see all your beautiful faces on Wednesday. Bye.